Okay. I show it at 16:17 hours on Monday, April 14th. I call the meeting to order by roll. Do I need to?
Or just, you want to start?
Frank Healy here.
Mike Seifert here.
Charles Davis here.
Tony Majors is here.
Okay, call to order has been conducted. Roll call has been conducted. We have a quorum. Item number 2 is to vote to approve and or disapprove the 3/10/25 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we vote for approval of the minutes from March 10th,
I have
2025.
a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The meetings for the 3/10/25 meeting minutes are approved. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Brad. Tim?
Next, due to a miscommunication or something, an unavailability, we're going to continue with agencies presenting to the board. First up, and only, the Alliance Against Family Violence. So that microphone is.
Hello, for those that I haven't spoken to yet, I'm Elena Crenshaw, and I took over as the Executive Director recently for the Alliance Against Family Violence shelter we have here in town.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
I can say that in the last year, we've serviced 174 individuals, which we've provided 2,937 safe bed nights. Those individuals were provided assistance with 4,012 services, which include 24-hour hotline, where we have trained staff that man it 24 hours, 365. Court advocacy, we have staff providing assistance to fill out PFAs, protection orders, show up as support for court appearances. We provide transportation to and from any appointments they had. Recently, we've partnered with the Always that took over for St. Vincent's as far as mental health. We have them coming in once a week now to provide mental health for anyone. We have an anger management that is going ongoing weekly. I'm reaching out to other agencies to get all of these things back in and more awareness out into the community. So hopefully we can work to where this number of 174 can come down to where we're getting attention to issues prior to them having to come into shelter. We also have crisis intervention, medical advocacy, and support groups, as I've mentioned, that we are looking to expand and work within the schools for awareness for them. Have advocates go out there and start pushing to where we, like I said, as a community, we can start bringing attention to this before it gets to where individuals are forced out of their homes or into medical facilities, that bring a burden to the city budget. So, does anybody have any questions for me? I'm new to this, so if I'm stumbling or whatever, just let me know.
I would just echo the comments that we had for the previous meetings, that everything that you and your organization are doing for the citizens of Shreveport, it's obviously above reproach. We appreciate everything you do, and we're absolutely going to be here in whatever capacity we're able to for your
That has been, yes, that has been refreshing because honestly, you get told one story when you step into a position like this, of who you can trust, who you can't trust, who you can talk to, who you can't talk to. And I've thrown all of that away.
I like to find out on my own.
Yeah, and that's me. I'm going to walk up, introduce myself, and we're going to start fresh and run.
Absolutely.
And I can say that when I initially started working with the shelter, I could see some closed off. But now it's just like it's opening everywhere. And I have been so busy in the last 2 weeks just trying to return phone calls to, the community. And I don't know if that has a recent, to do with the changes that have been made as far as who sits here
Right.
or what, but it has been so refreshing and so enlightening. And I do have a lot of hope for Leavenworth and where we're going from here. I can see great things coming. So,
I appreciate the optimism. I think all of us echo that.
yep.
Well, if that is the end of your statements and no more questions, you
Like
are-
I said, did I answer everybody's questions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
they'd let you know.
Okay, as long as, that's all I need to know.
It'll get easier next year.
So if your portion's done, you can stay and watch the rest of the meeting, or you're free to go.
Okay, no, I'll stay and see
Okay.
how it all works out.
So my
Thank you.
question, not a question,
Okay.
a question for the, I want to give Mr. Peterson some opportunity to close this portion but you also said we want to have this on the record, so.
I would
This isn't-
prefer,
His comments aren't.
Well, yeah, this is
regarding-
towards this
yeah,
action.
Yeah, that's what I want to.
I would prefer to end her portion of it with the budget for the agencies,
Okay.
because we left that to be continued,
Absolutely.
and then she can,
Yeah.
so,
I think his comments would fall under the annual action plan if they're related to senior housing and things like that. Service needs within the community, I think that would relate to the annual action plan.
Okay, so number 5.
Number 4, public hearing comments
Okay.
accepted to
So
approve.
we want to allow, make some comments now before.
So right now we're on 3, the agencies to present.
okay.
We'll go to 4 and open the public hearing, and then I think that would be the appropriate time.
Okay, so do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
Move to open the hearing to the public. Second.
Do I have a motion to open and a second to open? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Public hearing is now open.
So now if we have anyone in the audience who would like to speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Harold Peterson.
As certain people know, I'm a combat veteran and also a senior citizen. We have a very severe problem right now dealing with our Social Security. The office and the building in Kansas City has been closed. The one in Lawrence, if you've got problems in that with your Social Security, they can't help you. You've got to be able to get to Lenexa. Don't count on that phone service or computer services because they've been crashing. 2 is they've basically been overwhelmed and they just can't help you. The Lenexa office has only 4 individuals right now handling the certain problem I'm going to bring up right this second. One is and the reason why I know this is my year of birth was changed from 1958 to 1758. I lost for 3 weeks my Social Security until I had to go and basically get the mess straightened out. Thing is a lot of people are in the same boat I am. As I understand it, over 2,000, not 1,000, 2,000 Kansans all over Kansas has had the same experience I did. The problem is right now we've got a lot of assisted living people. If this happens to them, we need to address how we can get those individuals down to that Social Security office to get the matter straightened out. if it doesn't get straightened out, those senior citizens are going to be thrown out of their housing and onto our streets, and then it becomes a community problem. This is something in that is not a matter of a joke. It's very serious. Doge has basically in that taken over the computer systems. I haven't any idea in that what kind of phantom idea they think by basically going through everyone's records and basically in that figuring in that, well, this person and that the date of birth is wrong, and then they change it. The thing is, once this happens, you can't count on then that the phone systems, and you can't count on then that the computer systems. You've got to be able to provide transportation to get these individuals down to those offices and talking with individuals. Any questions?
So if I understand your statement correctly, the issue is because of the, not so much the credibility, but the mechanics that are in place aren't as reliable, so you want to focus on getting seniors to different places for the purpose of making sure that their records are straight.
Providing a safety net.
Yes. And the thing is, if we don't, if the community, city council and that doesn't help with a safety net, especially those that basically in that they, a lot of these people in that are in assisted living, they can't drive to a Social Security office. They need basically in that the city or community outreach to help them get to and get the matter straightened out. Because if it doesn't get straightened out, they're going to be on the street. Bottom line, it's not a matter of, okay, well, they'll have to find their own way. It's a matter of, we're a community. We're family. If we don't help in that, those that are elderly or whatever, to get the problems taken care of, then we're going to have in that, them sleeping in that under bridges, by the river, or wherever. The bottom line is, this is something in that the community needs to address. Because our government right now in that, they're not going to address it. It's going to take our communities to do this.
I want to thank you for bringing this to our attention. As we are part of the federal bureaucracy, we're in the fourth year of a 5-year plan, that for us to make changes to that 5-year plan and public transportation has not been added to that, it's challenging for us.
Yes, but at least,
So don't think your comments have been just swept under the rug. I would recommend bringing this to the city council on Tuesday, is they can act quicker and make changes faster than we can.
okay. But at least in that,
But
by
you're
me
on
bringing
record
it
now.
out,
Yeah.
at least you're aware of the situation
Yeah.
that's before and that it turns into,
Well, it compounds and gets worse.
yeah.
I mean, you were able to get transportation and work it out. I'm sure there's some individuals that will not, I mean, until they're getting eviction notices, don't have the
luxury.
yeah. So, I mean, as a board member, I want to thank you for your time. Don't give up.
Oh,
Come to the city commission meeting.
believe
We
me
can
in that,
probably
I'm gonna be
ask-
fighting this and that all the way through because I don't want to see in that, our seniors in that ended up out in the streets by the river or underneath some bridge in that, because something that shouldn't have happened is happening now. And I thank you, gentlemen. I also thank that one gentleman there, because we both know each other. And I will yield, and I'll stay and listen to the rest of the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson, I appreciate that.
I'll just make one comment that tomorrow's city commission is a study session, so you would probably want to attend the one on April 22nd, which will have a public comment portion.
Do you understand, you hear what she said?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. Again, I echo Mike's sentiments. Harold, your passion to help and assist those less fortunate is absolutely the way we should be trending towards, so. There's no other comments by the board. I'm gonna go ahead and close the public hearing. Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I would like to make a motion that we close the public hearing.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. The public hearing is now closed, and we will move on to item number 5, which is the discussion of the 2025-2026 annual action plan.
The first sheet that we're going to discuss is the public service agencies. This is exactly how you guys voted. The yellow line here is how you guys voted last time, where each agency, we took out roughly $1,800 from their award, and it'll be prorated to whatever the actual award is, but each agency is getting funding. The other one, option 2, is if the Alliance did not show up today, we were giving them grace for this meeting, and we never finished the actual vote to approve the funding for the agencies.
Okay.
So,
Well, I would like to make a motion that we add the Alliance Against Family Violence. That's what we're waiting on.
they're on there. That's they're line number 5. It's very small, but to fit it long ways, I had to shrink it.
Okay.
So what option are we talking about again?
Option 1 is what you guys voted for last time.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. Okay. Now you need us to,
Just solidly approve that, what you voted for last time, but since they showed up, we need to,
Okay, I move to approve option 1.
I second that we approve option one.
do I have a movement to approve option 1 in a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries a vote 4-0. So option 1 will be the option.
we go, okay.
And then if there's other additional money, you prorate it?
Yes, yes.
Or reduction.
Or
sometimes
reduce,
the
or reduce
reductions.
it,
And that's the pro rata portion, correct?
yes. And then
Now you need a vote to approve our action plan.
the action plan, I'm sticking with the same. I can't really switch much, but the administration portion, 20%. The public service agencies capped at 15%. The home repair program, we're at 27. Home ownership, 15%. And then the demo and infrastructure at 23. All under neighborhood revitalization.
And that's all per the regulation, or the regulatory guidelines?
Yes.
Okay.
And how are we, I mean, I haven't been very involved, how are we in keeping our funding spent?
We are picking back up. So
Okay.
after when the previous coordinator left, I forgot that
Yeah.
word. When she left, we left pretty much a 4-month gap with very little, only the public service agencies were really drawing money
So there was almost no utilization of the other,
of the other programs.
So we don't have, I mean, what I'm leaning towards is, we don't have an oversupply of funds in one area or the other.
No, so
I mean, the HUD worries about that.
the infrastructure, on Friday, we published the the sidewalk plan that was going through the last time, that was in the Leavenworth Times on Friday. On it's a 15-day comment period, so 26th, 27th, I can go forward and ask for release of funds for that, and that is roughly 74, I think, is what we're gonna draw from HUD. So that'll get us back into the timeliness portion. Home repair, I have 3 radon tests out right now. The home repair program I'm seeing is our most popular program. It's the one that seems to help the most. I like where the funding is there, because if I'm giving 13,000 to a few people, our goal's 11, I don't have very much wiggle room if we take any money from that. But that's the one that I'm really liking. We have to do additional testing on it and additional environmental. But for the most part, I have seen it go pretty smooth. I've got that process down, and I have 1 being worked on right now, and 3, we're going through a radon test, which takes a week to get back. So, but we're back to using that fund. Home ownership, that's the market. A lot of it's the
Well, it
market.
ebbs and flows. It's always
Yeah.
amazing how we'll either have a whole bunch of home ownership and no repairs,
Or,
a
but
bunch of repairs and no
I
home.
was able to use it on 1 homeowner, so we are right on goal. If I can get, I believe, 1 more homeowner by the end of the year, we've done 5. So she'd done 3, I've done 1, I need 1 more. We are on goal for our HR, for our home repair as well. So,
Well, I provided that information you sent me to.
and if I get that one, that'd be great.
So I will do my part as, a concerned citizen and see if we can get those folks to make an application and see what they qualify for.
And we are, the issue's going to be, what is the end of April is our timeliness date.
Yep.
And the work is out there, it's just gonna hit a little bit late. But HUD has reached out, and I'm doing a plan for them, and I'm projecting what we will be spending.
Gotcha.
And I'm submitting that, that's due by the 24th, to keep our funding where it's at.
Okay.
Thank you. It's tough. It'll get easier next year.
He's been saying that to me for like 5 or 6
Yeah,
years.
well,
My concerns. Any other discussion regarding the annual action plan? So at this point, we need to vote to approve and present.
I move to approve the 2025-26 annual action plan.
A second.
So I have a movement to vote to approve and present the 2025-26 AAP. I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, the motion carries 4-0. We have approved to present the 25-26 AAP to the city commission on the 22nd of April for approval for submission to HUD. And we'll move on to number 7, other matters of correspondence. I'll send it back to you, Kim and Bradley.
I just talked about everything that, if you guys would like, I can send a copy of the report that I'm submitting to HUD. I have the printout copy right here. It's not approved yet,
It's
so
about an
this one isn't, it's not as long as the other one I had to do, so. But I also have not made the charts they requested yet, so I have no projections.
Any other matters?
Nothing.
Ready for adjournment?
Just want to point out the next meeting for us, scheduled for the 11th of September. Accurate?
Yes.
Sounds good. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
A second.
Second.
I have a motion and many seconds to adjourn